Hello everyone, welcome back to the New Age Yogi. Today I'm going to be talking to you about 4 such books that really gave such a boost to my spiritual journey. Now, the reason that I am making this video is because these books are so underrated. Nobody talks about them, and when I was reading these books and I was trying to find someone on YouTube talking about these books or discuss these books with someone, nobody had read it. And I am bringing this video to you only to tell you this secret book list because I feel that these books should be read by each and every person out there. So I request you to watch this video till the end and please give it a big thumbs up if you like it. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. The first book that I have with me here today is called Kundalini by Om Swami. Now, you guys know how big a fan of Om Swami I am. But the thing is that this book really is here. Everything else is here, but this book is here. Because everybody on the spiritual path, at the end of the day, their goal is enlightenment. And Kundalini has become a word that actually people use very sparingly. In this book, what Om Swami does is that he talks about Kundalini very openly, and he tells you exactly how to approach it, how to go about activating your chakras. He tells you very clearly that it's not something that is going to happen overnight and it requires dedicated practice. He tells you how to approach it, how much time it will take, what are the dangers that are associated with it, what kind of food you should be eating when you're on the Kundalini sadhana. And so this is a very clear-cut guide as to how to go about Kundalini activation. And personally, I have followed a lot of these practices and they have really benefited me. I would actually like to go into my experiences and do a longer video on this book, actually explaining the different dimensions if you would like to. So if you do want me to make a separate video about it, please do leave a comment down below. The second book that I have with me is called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Now, Michael Singer as a person is someone whose journey has been phenomenal. That is the reason that I have actually 2 books by Michael Singer on this video in this list. Michael Singer in this book, The Untethered Soul, actually takes you on this journey. It's like an expedition, like an exploration to uncover what the mind is and how you are separate from it. It actually derives a lot from the Vedanta, which we talk about as Vedanta philosophy. But he also talks about his own experiment. So the book actually starts with, this voice inside your head. Say, are you there? It's going to reply yes. It's never replied no. In that way, in a very talkative way, in a very self-exploratory way, Michael Singer really does a great job with this book. So I would highly recommend everybody to have a piece of this book because this is phenomenal. This is going to change how you think about your mind and how you think about situations around you. One of the good things that I personally loved about this book is that when you do the experiments from this book, it doesn't just mean that you're doing meditation when you're sitting on the floor with your legs crossed and chanting Om or something. Meditation is something that he says can be done 24/7, and so with every situation that you are in, you are as if in meditation because you're watching the mind give out and blurt out ideas, and you have a choice of whether to take them or to reject them. The second book by Michael Singer that I have here with me today is called The Surrender Experiment. Now, the reason that I put Untethered Soul before this is because I want you to read The Untethered Soul first and then go on to this book, because that is going to make this book so much more deep and interesting. This may cannibalize my own video, but if you choose not to read any of the books that I suggested, please do give this book a read. And I am literally telling you this because this will change your life 100% guaranteed. The Surrender Experiment is actually on my top 3 best books I've ever read list. And honestly, a book has to really be something else. It has to be like explosive to make that list. Now that I've sold this book so much, let me also give you a brief synopsis of what you can expect from this book. Michael Singer, very early on in his life, actually understood something which takes us lifetimes to understand. He said that, life is more intelligent than I am. Life has its own course to take. But with my own likes and dislikes, with my own beliefs, with my own thoughts, I try to, in a way, become a blockage onto what life is trying to throw at me. So he said that I am going to go on this lifelong experiment of actually accepting everything. I'm going to go on this lifetime experiment to let life run its course and actually take its plan out and do whatever it wants with me. So in a way, the book Surrender Experiment means that he just surrendered to everything that was happening around him. Any situation, good or bad, what he did was let it completely run its course and accept everything wrong that was happening or everything right that was happening with him. What happened after that? How did he turn out to be the CEO of WebMD? How did he manage to live in the woods for almost, 3 decades now? You're going to find out once you read this book. Highly recommend it. Please do read it. Now, a lot of you ask me as to how I've never missed a day of meditation. How am I so consistent with whatever I pick up? And I will tell you that I hadn't read this book before this, but in a way, when I started reading this book, I understood that these were the philosophies that I have very naturally applied in my life, and that is the reason that I am a very consistent person. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but this book is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. What this book does is that it tells you of how to create new habits and how to leave bad habits, right? And so a lot of us actually think that, we are going to start our meditation and we are going to do it so consistently. But after a week, we fall absolutely short of all our promises, right? And so this is a great book because it gives you so many beautiful ways of how you can start actually building habits that last. One of the most beautiful parts in this book that I really enjoyed and I resonated with the most was of actually creating a very strong identity around who you want to be. So for example, I want to be a person that is exercising regularly. For example, I'm just taking it as an example. So I say that I love working out, and I say this to myself and I say this to people around me again and again. And once you start saying this to people around you, the way you behave and the way you feel actually changes a lot, right? And so you become accustomed to the idea of yourself who wants to exercise more and more, and this gives you more and more motivation to go about and complete your workouts. This is how you can build a habit in a very beautiful way, and this is something that actually really works. That is all from me in this video today. Please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. I will see you next time.